you're Daryl Hatton, right? But you knew that, right? And you started this crowdfunding thing called Fundraiser. Now, you've been at it for about 3 years, right?
Yeah, we launched the first version of the app in July of 2010.
Oh, it's an app? Is that what you call it? Or
well, it's an app. It's a service. It's, I don't know.
Any way you can get money.
It's a kind of a website you can go to, but then it's got app things because you can plug pieces of it into Facebook and you can run it on your own website, all that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, it looks, actually, tell you the truth, you look a hell of a lot easier than those other people I found.
Thank you for saying that. That's one of the things we really try to do.
Kickstarter is like, dealing with the government now.
You have to be approved.
Right. So you guys seem down to earth for the folks again too. Yeah, but you're raising serious money. I see one guy, somebody got $1 million.
One of our campaigns, it was for a charity. It was for Save the Children.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who cares what? That's still good, right?
Well, the video game player actually said he wanted to raise some money for Save the Children. So he'd done a little contest the year before, and he raised 30 grand. And he went back to and they said, well, thanks, that's awesome. Do all that as much as you want. He came back the next year and he said, I want to raise some more money for you. They said, great, how much are you going to raise this year? And he said, $1 million. And they fell off their chair. And he said, I'm going to do it in 100 days. And they said, yeah, right. And he said, I'm going to do it for video game players. And they're like, yeah, right. Tell me another one. And so it only took him 81 days.
81 days, he got $1 million in 81 days. And what does it cost somebody to put up a site like that?
Well, it was free to get started.
I mean, it costs them nothing to get started to raise $1 million.
We take a little bit of money for every dollar you get because we're helping you reach more people.
Right.
And so you get more money in. And it turns out that about 25% of the donations that come to a campaign, like a personal campaign, come from people you don't even know.
Right. So, because of the site.
Yeah, it's cheaper than using anything else. It actually makes you money to get more people to donate on it and pay.
Right.
The more money you're paying us, the more money you're making by far.
Oh, so I mean, you're taking a small commission, right, on the money that comes in?
Yeah, it's 5 cents on a dollar.
5 cents on a dollar? I gotta talk to my literary agent. He's taking a hell of a lot more than that.
Yeah, sure.
So you're, but it's I mean the app or whatever looks very easy to set up. One of the most easiest things to do, online it seems. So it seems like in 20 minutes you could be up and running doing this thing.
Totally. We call it the fastest, easiest, and most effective way to raise money online.
Fastest, easiest, more effective way to raise and you get a set of knives too.
The fun part about it is that we really work on trying to make it easy. Because not only is it about getting it set up, it's about running it.
Yeah,
and
that's the hard part.
When people are doing it, we have to help people who learn how to use this social media stuff to get the message out.
Yeah.
So we provide coaching in the app. When you do something, it'll suggest to you, hey, have you updated everybody? Tell them how it's going, how you're spending the money, what are you going to do? Or maybe you want to make a video and explain to them more about what it's all about. Because as you and I know, video works so much better when we're trying to tell a story, right?
Right.
Because it's really a storytelling platform. You tell people your story, and when you don't necessarily focus on asking them for money, tell them what's going on, and that's when a lot of people want to help.
Yeah.
They look at what's going on and they say, hey, you're important to me. I'll give you a little bit of money for that.
Yeah. Well, if you're helping people, you're right. I mean, putting up the site is one thing, but then after that is really the work begins, right?
Yeah.
So you're helping them all along the way to remind them what to do, how to do it, or whatever, to make sure that money keeps flowing in.
Well, and we had a fellow who sent us an email on the weekend. It was really kind of nice. He said, I couldn't have believed it, but you guys would coach me on making an update, and, things would have gone quiet with my campaign. And then I'd go do an update, and he said it was amazing the money that would pour in after that. And it's kind of like just telling somebody, he said I wasn't asking for more money. I was just telling them how I was using it, what I was doing, and it really did work for him.
Well, now, when it works for him that way, and you cost it, do you get extra money from that?
Well, because every time
teased you,
we do, yes.
I mean, you get 10% of that much.
Well, give you an example. He was trying to raise $5,000 for his. He was a musician. He was trying to use it to cut a record, I think it was. and a CD now. Okay, sorry.
Right.
But,
Record.
ooh, I'm showing my age. But
Daddy, quit.
he tried to raise $5,000 in a couple of weeks.
Uh-huh.
He only raised $8,000.
So he's a bad business person, isn't he?
Because he didn't, you know, back in the old school days, you failed because you didn't budget appropriately.
Exactly. Well, he's not a very smart person, is he?
Yeah, well, actually, he's pretty.
But
amazing.
you have categories. I mean, what's nice about you too, you have bunches of categories where you're an entrepreneur, you're a student. I mean, this thing, I don't know if you know it, you have somebody on the site there, like American Gut. They got $90,000 and I'm still not sure what the heck they're doing. I didn't have time to read it.
Actually, that's really cool stuff because crowdfunding can help individuals, but this is a group of scientists that are using it to help you determine what's in your tummy. So they do what they call microbiome analysis. They figure out the bacteria that's inside you.
Well, how do I get them the bacteria or whatever?
They give you a little testing kit that I think you spit into, and then they analyze it for you, and they'll tell you how you compare with others in your area or around the world.
No
and they're
kidding.
using it not only to help you have better health, so you know what's going on in your body, but they're doing it as a research study.
So they're collecting data.
How our diet is affecting our health.
So they're going to see my pizza and beer from last night. And
if you go to their site, they have some amazing things about how much we share probably more microbiome germs with our kids or with our dog than we do with our kids.
The last time he's looking at my face.
Well, it has an effect.
But I mean, everything from people in the hospital, somebody wants to volunteer in Cambodia, like $3 grand. She almost got it. She got like 90% of that already. So I mean, just stuff to do in life, right?
Well, it is to help people get out and do the things that need to get done. Some of them are tragic. Some of them are very powerful. The biggest campaigns we have are the ones that are kind of health issues. We had a little girl down in Australia a couple of weeks ago. She'd been badly burned in a fire a few years back, and they had to give her a tracheotomy, and it destroyed her voice. But her parents discovered that she could have a surgery to repair that and get her voice back. But it was $90,000, and they're in Australia, and it's in Switzerland. So they kind of screwed up the courage, and they asked their friends and family. And damned if they didn't get it.
They got $90,000 on your website to send the child to get her voice back in Switzerland.
To get her voice back. But how powerful is that?
Yeah,
Where community can get together and help somebody with no insurance, whatever, recover her life in a huge way. And that's one of the best things about what we do is that we get to see our customers doing amazing stuff with our product.
but it's giving them the power to do it. I mean, to me, is what you're doing, and giving them a tool, like giving somebody to fix up their own bathroom. You're giving them the saw, all the tools they need to do it. They got to do it, but they don't know.
We also help teach them how to do that.
Yeah. And so it's not the government doing it, not some big company, or just folks out there taking the bull by the horns and doing it themselves when they see a problem.
Yeah, it lets someone tap into the support that's in their community, kind of the goodwill, the karma that they've had in their life, and turn it into something. So we've had people go back to school. We've had people go and do travel that they want to do. As you mentioned, kind of volunteer. They always wanted to go to Africa or help or something like that.
So you don't have to figure out how to join the Peace Corps. You just raise $3 grand and go yourself.
And go yourself. And the experience. Part of the thing that we do is to help people tell that story when they come back. So you can post videos and stories.
Oh, afterwards?
Afterwards.
Oh, so your site is forever then, so people can come back and use it. See, a lot of the times you're gone on these crowdfunding sites, and
60 days and you're done.
You're done, and then they got all your traffic, and
well, we would love you to see. We'd love people to share the results of how the money. It's not just take the money and run.
Right.
It's like tell people what they paid for. If you
right.
And so show the photo of the student in Rome, or
or the lady in Cambodia. Isn't she going for elephants or something, saving elephants? And yeah,
we've had giraffes. We've had a lot of dog rescues. People who will go rescue dogs out of animal shelters.
Mm-hmm.
There was one group that's done 280 of those in the last year.
Wow. So do you feel like a priest now or something?
I feel very, very I wish I could have said I was omniscient and I knew this before we got started. But it was one of the things we actually discovered on the way. We didn't know to do this great thing.
You're one of those greedy people in the financial industry before you started this, right?
I might have resembled that remark. But we really tried to build a business that was about helping people move money around, and in doing that, we didn't actually know what they were going to move it around for, and discovered it, and all of a sudden it was like a whole different thing.
Right.
And it makes it a lot easier to try and change the way we do it so that they're much more effective because we can help people in a much bigger way. The better we get it.
I mean, when you're saying that, you thought people be using it would be more greedy than they are, and they found they're using it for other purposes to help other people or help their community or whatever. It's just wonderful. Yeah. And that must make you feel good, huh?
It brings a smile. It really is. It's a lot of fun to have
but it's
happen.
that heart. You're satisfying this thing. That's why the older I get, the more I see that the heart's smarter than your brain.
and let it run. Get it out there.
Well, thanks for being there. Daryl, the wonderful site, and I hope more people use it to solve the problems or to fix the problems that they have or they see around. I mean, see, it's not only your problem, you can fix other stuff in the world, right?
You can help a friend. It's really easy to help a friend.
Great.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, man.